Welcome to A Word of Hope. I'm Brother Edward, coming to you from the chapel of St. Vincent, Farr, Priory in River Forest, Illinois. Today is Friday, October the 24th. We are celebrating Friday of the 29th week of Ordinary Time. In today's Gospel, Jesus chides the religious leaders of his time because of their failure to understand the moment that they are in. He uses this term, reading the signs of the times, and he uses examples from nature. He says, when the wind blows from the south, you know it will be hot, and when you see the clouds gather in the east, you know it's going to rain. So on a natural level, the signs of the time just kind of telling us what's happening, and the example Jesus gives us is with the weather. St. John the 23rd, as he opened the Second Vatican Council, called the bishops of the world to read the signs of the times that they were in. It was a unique moment in the history of the world. On the horrific side, the world was being threatened with nuclear warfare as the United States and Russia confronted each other about the missile crisis in Cuba. And also at that time, where the church was everywhere in the world, it was the first time that it was everywhere in the world, and that the leadership of the church and the clergy and the religious had come from those places. So now we have, if you will, an indigenous or native clergy that are preaching the gospel throughout the world. And one of the things that we look at today as a sign of the times is the way people use social communication. And AI and all these different new developments in technology. And I don't know if you've had any experiences with AI. There's some things that are really fascinating and helpful, and I understand that this is going to be a big advance in medical care in the future. But there's also deceptive things. Recently I was looking on a social media channel to get some information, and there was a pop-up story about the present Pope and how he was changing everybody in the Vatican and so forth. Well, what they were talking about was something that happened about 40 or 50 years ago, but they put Pope Leo in the story. So we are called as Christians to be discerners of what we are hearing and what we're seeing, and to interpret it in terms of its authenticity, not only just in a political way, but in terms of our faith message. Is it consistent with the person of Jesus? Is it consistent with the life of the saints that we use as models for our lives? So we test things as we go along. And this is what Jesus is telling the hypocrites of his time. Here I am, the Son of God, right with you, and you cannot see it. Let us be disciples who see God in history today.